Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Forgiven Gaming YouTube channel. If this is you returning to the channel, if not, then welcome to the Forgiven Gaming YouTube channel. Hopefully you guys stick around a little bit, maybe click some like buttons, click some subscribes, maybe click around the channel a little bit, see if you like some of the older videos. I know it's been a little bit of time since I've uploaded a video. I have a lot of plans for videos going forward, and I will be talking about that at the end of this video. Now that I've said video about 15 times in a very, very short period of time, I want to talk specifically about this one. This is going to be the compare and contrast Wintertodt rewards going from level, I'm going to say 1 from 99. Realistically, it's 50 to 99 because you do have to have 50 firemaking to use Wintertodt. But from level 1 to 99 or 50 to 99, using low rewards, which I will cover the skills that I had that on here in a couple sections, and high level rewards. Those high level rewards being 99 in mining, fishing, farming, woodcutting, and I believe that's it. As far as the skills that I interacted, I'll again cover those pretty significantly here in a little bit. So just want to go over like the low rewards versus the high rewards. Hopefully you guys will learn something here. And ultimately we're going to be trying to ask the question at the end of this is, was it worth it, or is it worth it to go for 99s in all of your skills before you go to Wintertodt? And I think the answer will be quite surprising towards the end. So first, how to get there and how to play. It is important to note that you do need level 50 firemaking, as I stated earlier, in order to actually play Wintertodt. Then, in order to get there, there's a couple different ways that you can do this. Let's say you're a brand new account, you just started off in Lumbridge, right? Which, that's Falador. You just started off in Lumbridge. You will need access to Zaya, which I don't think you have to do a quest for. I forget the name of all the quests. I don't think you need a quest to get to Zaya, but if you do, it's the one that you can knock out. I'll put the name up on screen right now. It's the one that you can knock out in a very, very short period of time. But let's say you just started. You run over to, you head west to Port Sarim. You use the Port Sarim docks and you travel to the Great Korend. From here, you just head northwest. Head northwest through Archaeus, head up, hugging the right side, and then you'll get yourself to the Wintertodt prison. And I will be making very evident that it is a prison in a later section. That's going to be the footman's way to get there. If you have no teleports, if you're brand new off Tutorial Island, that's the way to do it. Again, if you're brand new off Tutorial Island, you will need 50 firemaking to come here. Then the other way, the easier way, the easiest way to get here is to use the game's necklace. It's a sapphire necklace that's been has been enchanted. You can use it to teleport directly to the Wintertodt camp. Finally, and this one is very, very specific, very niche, if you do have 99 farming before you come here, so if you are somebody who decided to get up all of the respective skills prior to Wintertodt, then you have the access to the farming guild. You can go ahead and use the teleport option on the farming cape, head south out the entrance, and then over to the Lovicain mine network. Also, if you have a skills necklace, you can teleport directly to the farming guild, but I do believe you have to have the level in order to get in. The Lovicain mine network will take 20 or 30 coins, and then he will travel you directly to the Wintertodt camp. This is going to be option number 9 in the display. There are two ways to play Wintertodt. There's playing it in the mass world, and then there's playing it in the solo world. Solo worlds are any world that is not officially listed as a Wintertodt world. If we look at the activity display, then we can see that currently the Wintertodt worlds are going to be 307 for the Western United States server, 309 for the UK server, 389 for the Australian server, and 311 for the German server. I do not know if those are subject to change. I believe that those have been the mass worlds since I've been playing. And then, like I said, solo world is any other world that is not the mass world. You just go to it. Hopefully it's empty. If it's not, continue to hop. Try not to crash the people. There are certain pros and cons with using the mass world compared to using a solo world. In the mass world, you're getting approximately 30% more firemaking XP per hour. You're getting less woodcutting and perhaps fletching XP if you do decide to fletch. And you're getting essentially no agility, no farming, and no herb lore in those skills. The pro is that you don't have to have an herb lore level. You do not have to have passed the druidic ritual quest in order to get here and to utilize to do Wintertodt. The only requirement there realistically is about 50 firemaking, as well as the items that you will need to start, which I will go over here in a little bit. In these solo worlds, you do get 50% more loot per hour. Every game should take around 45 minutes. You will need to have passed the Druidic Ritual quest, and then I recommend having at least 60 agility in order to use the shortcut in the back, and owning a house, just so that you can get that. And I recommend that for the solo or for the mass world as well, specifically so that you do get construction XP while you're there. Again, in the solo world, you get 50% more loot per hour. You do get more woodcutting and fletching per hour, as well as construction XP. You get a negligible amount of agility, which, if you're utilizing the time between games, if you, instead of banking, run to the back of the room and hop across the pillars, then you will be averaging around 1,000 XP per hour, give or take. Realistically, probably less than that. And then the farming and herb lore XP rates are negligible at best, but you are still responsible for creating the potions, healing the pyromancers. Going quickly over the rewards and kind of how they work. I'll get more into the point system here in a little bit, but rewards and how they work. The unique rewards for Wintertodt are going to be the Pyromancer outfit, which consists of 4 pieces that you will get in order: the robe top, the hood, the robe bottom, and the boots. The robe top is referred to as the garb, and the robe bottom is simply referred to as the robe. You will get those, like I said, in that order, unless you have one that is less. If you dropped all of your robe bottoms, then you would, anytime that you would roll that table, which is a 1 in 150 table, you would get that reward until that reward is even with the number that you've already gotten. You get the warm gloves, another technically not part of the Pyromancer outfit, though visually it is the same, and it comes from the same area. It just doesn't count as like the set itself. They are warm gloves. You can get a max of 3 of those. Once you have gotten the max, then you will start to get magic seeds anytime that you would have rolled that reward. There's the Brumatorch, which very similar to the gloves. You get a max of 3. Once you've hit the max and you roll again, you get a Torsal seed. That actually is kind of funny because that's the only way to get Torsal seeds from Wintertodt, whereas you can get magic seeds depending upon your farming level. You also get burnt pages. Burnt pages are things that can be utilized in the Tome of Fire, an offhand spell book, essentially, that enhances your firemaking or fire-based spells by increasing their damage about 50%. Each burnt page that you put into the book is going to count as 20 charges. I have to state very clearly here that every charge is 1 cast of a spell, not the number of runes in a spell. So if you look at your higher level spells, say Fire Blast, Fire Wave, they are going to require multiple fire runes, around 7, sometimes more than 10. It does not count as 7 runes whenever you cast it. It counts as 1 cast. So it's a really, really good way of getting unlimited fire runes. You can combine that with, say, your right hand or your main hand. You have a air staff, and then in your offhand you have the Tome of Fire. You have unlimited fire and air runes, or near unlimited, depending upon how long you've been at Wintertodt, fire runes, and then unlimited air runes to the staff. You have the Phoenix pet, obviously. That's going to be your 1 in 5,000 drop rate. That's your pet here. Although it is a boss pet, it is very, very unique in being a boss pet, in that once you hit 200 million experience, your odds of getting the Phoenix pet do multiply by 15, similar to how skilling pets work in the game. And then finally, you have the Dragon Axe. This is a 1 in 10,000 drop, and it does share a collection log slot with the Dagannoth Kings. So, going over the rewards further, rewards here are going to be influenced by your skills in certain levels. These are going to be logs, which are going to be influenced by your woodcutting level, gems, which are influenced by your crafting level, ores, mining level, herbs, to no one's surprise, the herb lore level, seeds is your farming level, fish are your fishing level, and those are the ones that are influenced by your levels in those respective skills. There is an other section on the wiki, and this is your coins, your saltpeter, your pure essence, your dynamite, and technically the burnt pages falls under this as well, rather than unique rewards from Wintertodt. This, I'm not 100% certain how that works, if it's higher rewards based on your higher total level, or if it's just kind of a flat rate to make sure that you are getting rewards from Wintertodt. If anybody out there does know, please let me know. I will cover my thoughts on this. Well, let's just do it now. I do believe that your higher total level is going to influence the amount of coins, saltpeter, PRS, blah, 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 that you get from this specifically, at least coins. And I'll cover that again in a second whenever I go from the low level to the high level and compare and contrast those rewards. Points here. I'm going to go ahead and throw a graphic up on screen. These are going to be your symbols. Regular brazier. For this, you need to have a tinderbox or a broom-a-torch. You're going to go ahead and light this. It's going to go ahead and give you 25 points anytime that you light it. This is the symbol for a lit brazier. For this, you're going to go ahead and add roots, which is going to give you 10 points. Or if you fletch them down into kindling, you will get 25 points per one that you put into the brazier. You also get a little bit more firemaking XP from the kindling, but it is slower than just getting a whole bunch of roots and throwing it in. But better XP, all that. Better XP, better points per hour. This is the symbol for the broken brazier. This you will need to repair with a hammer for 25 points, as well as some construction XP. And then this is going to be the symbol for a downed pyromancer. The downed pyromancer is obviously different from the brazier in that it can interact. It can be up there in addition to any of the pyromancer statuses. And for that, you will need a rejuvenation potion. Healing them will award you 30 points. Items needed in order to play this game. It's recommended that you have 4 pieces of warm clothing. You can check the wiki on what these are. A lot of people go for the Clue Hunter outfit. If you have done, say, an Easter or a Christmas event, you can go ahead and go to Diango in Draenor Village, get the Santa outfit, Easter Bunny outfit, any of the above, and those count as warm clothing. You can check the wiki again for what counts as warm clothing, and then kind of make that fit what you have, so you can maybe use more pieces of the graceful outfit to replenish your run energy, especially if you're in a solo world. The next thing you'll need is an axe. This one is required. I would recommend a steel axe or better in order to go here. There are bronze axes at the... This is the good thing, is like everything else besides the warm clothing is at the entrance of Wintertodt. But there's bronze axes there, and I would recommend, again, steel or better. Steel and above all cut at the same rate, so the difference between a steel axe and a dragon axe are non-existent. You will need a knife if you're going to go ahead and fletch. Again, these can be found in the intro, or the intro room to Wintertodt. A hammer for fixing the braziers, again, found in the main room. The tinderbox, found in the main room, or the broom-a-torch, which can be found as a reward, that will count as a... the broom-a-torch will count as a tinderbox. I would recommend it more because it doesn't take up a space in your inventory, especially if you have it equipped in your hand. In Poll 82, they are going to be discussing whether or not you should be able to access that. I don't know if this passed, actually, if you can put it in your offhand or your main hand. And then finally, the rejuvenation potions unfinished. You can combine these with the herbs. Can be found on the west or the east side of the room. And then you combine those. Combining those gives you, again, harvesting the herb gives you a negligible amount of farming XP. And then mixing it gives you a negligible amount of herb lore XP. But you will need those if you're in a solo world in order to heal the Pyromancer. Let's talk quickly about the Wintertodt damage. This is actually not going to be super quick at all. This is going to be a significant portion of this. This is, again, prior to the implementation of the changes discussed in Poll 82, where they introduced the warmth meter. Essentially, the warmth meter is basically, I don't know who it's going to help aside from Settled and his Nightmare Man mode account, in order to make it so that you're not taking damage here. And I will discuss the changes in Poll 82 here at the end. So, Wintertodt damages more frequently the higher health it has, and extinguishes the brazier more the lower health it has. That's one of the main rules of thumbs that you need to know here. And then, if you're soloing, the biggest thing is drop its health as quickly as you can by keeping all 4 braziers lit, or as close to all 4 braziers lit as you can, in order to drop his health below 20% is a good threshold. Mine are 20, 18, and 15. If you can drop him below those sets of health, you're not going to be taking a great deal of damage here. So we do have, and in the mass world, if you're not doing solo, it'll drain at a consistent rate, so there's not much that you can do to influence his hit points at that level. It's just going to, it'll die when it dies. There are 3 attacks that the Wintertodt has. There's going to be the Brazier Breaking. This will be indicated by a 3x3 Snowfall attack above the Brazier. To avoid this, simply step 1 step back. This is the heaviest hit that Wintertodt has access to. On a 10 hit point account, it will hit you for 2, which doesn't sound super dangerous, but I genuinely did lose a hardcore Iron Man here one time. The good thing is it's avoidable. As long as, again, if you need to, it's ideal to make sure that you have good ping in that world. The next one is going to be the Snowfall attack, which is similar to the Brazier attack. It's a 3x3 Snowfall. This one you have to have room around you in order for it to land on you. And it is, again, avoidable. At 10 hit points, if you're wearing your 4 pieces of warm gear, then it's only ever going to hit you a 1. And again, that one is avoidable. And then there's the random damage. This one is unavoidable. At 10 hit points, it is going to damage you for 1 hit point each time. It's consistent and, again, unavoidable. Realistically, if you're a 10 hit point account here, the damage is not that much. You can survive off of cakes very, very easily. The only thing is, if you get a little bit of latency, say the Brazier pops, the Snowfall attack hits you, and a random damage hits you at the same time, that's 40% of your health immediately gone. That was how I ended up losing the hardcore Iron Man that I had, after getting, I believe, 39 million experience here. That being said, the higher your hit points is, the more damage you're going to take. I would recommend checking the wiki for these rates. Whenever I was going through here, I did tally down a whole load of games, and what I will say is you take anywhere between 30 to 50 damage. And my lowest was 24 damage per game, but that was very, very fortunate. And then my highest was, I believe, like 62 damage per game. And those were all random attacks, random damage, with most of that damage being front-loaded. What this basically means is that you just need to, again, burst his health down as much as you can, and then you can consistently ride it out. So, this is the part that everybody's kind of here for. It's loot from levels 50 to 99 in solo worlds. This is going to be going for 99. Most people, again, are just going to stop at level 99. So, looking at the low-level account that came here and going over it, we had 17 herblore, 15 crafting, 19 mining, 23 farming, 30 fishing, and 66 woodcutting. That woodcutting was primarily gained from the minigame itself, or the boss itself, the Wintertodt. And then we compare that to the high level. This is going to have 44 herblore, 64 crafting, 99 mining, 99 farming, 99 fishing, and 99 woodcutting. The reason I opted to not go for the 99 in herblore and crafting and settled respectively at 44 and 64 is because as an Iron Man account, and for most accounts, it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to try and go for those first. It would have delayed the account much, much more than it already has been delayed. So let's compare and contrast the herblore rewards here. I'm going to go ahead and be putting these up on screen. I'm not going to be talking about every single drop here. I'll be talking about the notable ones. But 17 herblore versus 44, you can see that again. And these are going to be rolled as soon as you open up the crate, depending on your level, not when you gain the level. That's on the wiki. So, obviously, the 17 herblore is tilted a lot more towards your lower level herbs, and then the 44 is higher up near the top of the levels, but still did not get any torsals, which is kind of funny because later on I ended up getting 1 torsal leaf. But going to 99 with these stats, what you're looking at on screen right now, are the herbs that you can anticipate. Going over crafting, this one is probably the most clear cut and easiest to see that there's a flip because there's so few numbers to work with. The lower level gems are going to be your sapphires and your emeralds. Your highest are going to be your rubies and your diamonds in that order. And as we can see here, it is a direct flip as to which one had more. So the lower level account did have more sapphires. The higher level account did have more diamonds. And again, those are on your screen right now. Mining, again, 19 mining compared to 99 mining. The notable things here is that the level 19 account did not get any adamantite ore or runite ore, and the level 99 account did not get any limestone or silver ore. Going over the woodcutting, we had, again, 66 versus 99. And again, similar to the mining, you can see here that everything is essentially directly flipped, so you're getting your higher level ones on your higher level account, but you are still getting those lower level logs on the higher level account. And I can't really say the opposite, like 66 you're getting your higher levels, because 66 is pretty smack mid So you will get magic tree logs at that point. Going quickly over the fishing, again, nothing really notable here. The biggest thing is that the 99 account, this is level 30 fishing versus 99 fishing, by the way, for those of you just listening. At 99, we did not get any anchovies going to 99, and at level 30, we did not get any swordfish or shark going to 99 firemaking. Farming was a very, very unique one in that it is a very clear separation in what you get here. So these are all seeds. You can see that at the max level, we did not get any of the following seeds, being acorn, willow, maple, banana, teak, or mahogany trees. And then Terramin, Harlander, and Toadflax, we got a grand total of 0 of those. And then if we look at the lower level account, which had 23 farming, we had 0 banana tree seeds. But then we had notable numbers of the rest of it, but then we had 0 whenever it comes to primarily herbs, and those herbs being toadflax, irit, avanto, quarm, snapdragon, cadentine, lantidime, and dwarfweed. The thing I found interesting in this is that neither account got toadflax, and then neither account got banana seeds. But you can again see that higher level, better rewards. As far as the quote-unquote other rewards go, going to 99 here, I did get 614,000 coins on the low-level account compared to the 1.337 mil on the high-level account. That right there is why I had said earlier that I believe that the other is influenced by your total level. Furthermore, the pure essence, this one I found kind of interesting because, again, 1,428 pure essence in the low-level character, and then I gained 307 pure essence in the high-level character. As far as dynamite goes, low-level character did have 292, higher-level character had 257. So the biggest thing is I believe that the coins were influenced, and then maybe the burnt pages. Because if we go over the burnt pages, which are, again, considered the other, but I put them here on the Wintertodt specific rewards, we can see that the low-level account got 804 pages, and the high-level account got 1,001 pages. The low-level account did get 2 tomes compared to the 6 from the high level. Both got 3 torches, 3 gloves. Neither got the dragon axe nor the phoenix pet. And then they had roughly the exact same amount of pyro tops and bottoms within the margin of error. We had 3 pyro tops with 2 bottoms, 2 hoods, 2 boots for the low level account, and then plus 1 to all of that for the high level account for a total of 4 pyromancer robe tops or garb, 3 robe bottoms or robes, 3 hoods, 3 boots. So very, very similar. And the thing that you have to ask yourself is, knowing now what the rewards are if you're just going for 99, are the rewards here worth it? And the answer that I would say is absolutely not. If you're going for 99 firemaking, especially with how it existed prior to pull 82, and I don't know how the pull 82 damage is going to change, but if you do need to delay your account at all in order to do this, the rewards here are not that great. You have less than half a mil in, coins and like the raw spending money. I got lucky with the tomes, so I'm not even going to count like the 2 tomes versus 6 tomes, but even if I did, that's only a 4 mil difference. And when going for 99 in your mining, fishing, farming, whatever, woodcutting, prior to coming here, you're talking about delaying your account a significant amount. So if you're going for 99, if you are a sane person and you're trying to leave Wintertodt, then it is definitely not worth getting your other skills up prior to 99. I would even go as far as to say that if you're planning on maxing your account, it's not worth doing. It's not worth delaying your character. Again, the rewards that you get here are going to be minuscule when compared to the amount of rewards that you could have gotten from a different place. And you will eventually end up wasting XP or being less efficient if you do that prior to coming here. So even if you're looking to max and get 99s and all the skills in the game, I would not recommend doing this. That being said, I do recommend it for a very small, a very niche crowd. Those two being the collection loggers and then people that are going for 200 million experience in the skill regardless, which again are going to be very, very, very few people. So collection loggers, you can get lucky here, you can get done, and you can complete the Wintertodt collection log very quickly, and then you don't have to worry about anything, and you don't. You can leave whenever you want. I wouldn't worry about getting your skills up before that, but there's no way of knowing how great your luck is going to be. If you go very dry, then it's definitely worth doing. And then again, if you're going for the 200 million XP, you're going to be here for a very, very long period of time. You're going to do a ton of games. So highly recommend that you get your 99s and those other skills first, and then come here. The reason that I know this is because I actually fit in both of the aforementioned categories. Prior to this group Iron Man account, which is my main account, I had 2 previous hardcore Iron Man accounts that have a combined 52 million experience between the 2 of them, one being at 39 million and the other one being at 13 million, and neither of them had gotten the pet. When starting this account, my goal was very clear. I wanted to make sure that I finished the Wintertodt collection log. For this, I knew that I wanted to stay at 10 HP, and I knew that I wanted to maximize my rewards from there, getting the 99s first, and I did have this video in mind back then. This was prior to pull 82, so being at 10 hit points didn't make sense at the time. But went through, got the rest of my 99s up. I got 99 mining doing iron ore until I was high enough level to enter the Motherlode mine, and then I continued there, just kind of camped it out until I was at 99 mining. I got 99 fishing at Temporos after getting the full angler outfit from the fishing trawler. 99 farming was done primarily at Tithe Farm after raking, pushing plows, and making some saltpeter with compost. This was back when Zaya Favor was still a thing, so I did have to push those plows and mix that compost in order to get access to the Tithe Farm itself. Woodcutting was, I mean, it's just woodcutting. You know, I did magic trees until 99, and that actually helped quite a bit with fletching, so I chased the Phoenix pet down for quite a bit of time. This was the last drop that I got in the collection log, and it was the one that I wanted the most. I chased it for so long that I literally started to, anytime I was not on RuneScape, this was influencing other games. On Sea of Thieves, I have a ship named the Phoenix. My little brother ended up getting me like a stuffed teddy bear, or a stuffed teddy Phoenix. I don't know what you would call it. Stuffed toy, essentially, of a Phoenix pet, so that I could finally say that I did have a Phoenix pet. It was years and years in the making, going from those last accounts that got 99s and again 52 mil combined to this account, and finally on July 4th of 2024 I got the pet. At 170 million Firemaking experience, along with the 52 million on my other 2 accounts, so a total of 222 million XP, 22 million above the max amount that you can possibly get on an account, I finally got the tiny little orange burb. And I promptly threw it into my player-owned shack, completely unupgraded, and never turned back and never went and got it again. As far as I know, it's still there. And it may not be. But it wasn't about having the pet. It was about getting the pet. It was about proving to myself that I could. Completing the collection log. And doing all of that rather than actually having a couple pixels following me around. By the time that I got it, I was 8 times the drop rate and 170 million XP on this account. At 170 million XP, there's only one thing to do. You have to go for 200 million Firemaking XP. To not go for 200 mil, being that close, would feel like throwing in the towel. It'd feel like giving up in the 4th quarter of the game. You know, you're so close to winning. You're so close to completing something huge, and it's something that very, very small amounts of people have done. So I decided to just go for it. And finally, at 3 a.m., August 7th of 2024, I finally got 200 million XP. I was finally able to touch grass. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. So that's going to be it for the video. I have currently all of the loot going for the 200 mil is scrolling on screen. I didn't really want to cover in depth all of these. Just know that these are online with the skills or the rewards that I got going up to 99. So they're going to be scrolling up on screen right now if you wanted to look at that. If you're continuing to play your game and you're just listening to this for audio, then what I will say is that the bank value went up about 500 million GP. So this account's actually in a really good spot in order to start. I did my 800 games solo Wintertodt in order to get the 99 construction, and I switched over to the official worlds, the mass worlds that we have talked about, and just kind of soloed out for the increased Firemaking XP there, since all of the XP that I would have been getting in a solo world were functionally dead. I have 99 construction, like I said. That is going to be huge for the quote-unquote start of this account, which gives access to a whole bunch of teleports that main characters can have access to very, very early on in the account with a redirected house tablet teleport. With an Iron Man account, 99 construction is going to be amazing. Like, you have the teleports to everywhere. So, this video did take a good deal of time to make, so now I'll ask you to just use like a tiny little fraction of a second to go ahead and press that like button. Maybe if you're feeling a little bit cheeky, another fraction of a second to press the subscribe button. If you found this, especially if you found this video to be educational, informative, entertaining in any manner, comment below your thoughts if you have any. Share this with anybody that you think may want to see it, may be curious about the rewards themselves from here, or maybe considering going for it. And if the change, let me know how the warmth meter changes, because I'm not going back to Wintertodt at this point, obviously. So let me know what your guys' thoughts on the Pull 82 changes are. I do have a couple more videos. I talked about this at the very beginning of the account. I do have a couple more videos planned to come out. They're not necessarily going to be gaming related, so hopefully they still start to like draw a crowd. Hopefully they're good. Hopefully people will come for them. Subscribe so you don't miss those. Stick around, see what we got. However you decide to interact with this channel, whether that's pressing the like button, not pressing the like button, subscribing or not, commenting or not, if you've made it to this point in the video, or if you haven't and you can't even hear this, if you watch the video, thank you. That does help quite a bit. I really do appreciate you guys watching the videos, and have a good day.